Hey Tigers, I'm Sarah Lofto with your World News Report. The rise of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, better known as ISIS, has struck fear into the hearts of leaders around the world. The group began in 2004 as Al-Qaeda in Iraq before renaming themselves as ISIS in 2006. They were an ally of Osama bin Laden's Al-Qaeda group in Iraq, both being radical anti-Western military groups devoted to establishing an independent Islamic State. But ISIS has proved that they are way more brutal and more effective at controlling territory it has seized. After the dust on the battlefield has settled, ISIS puts governing structures in place to rule the territory. And their bureaucratic hierarchy looks very much like the Western countries whose values it rejects. ISIS has shown its strengths by releasing videos of them beheading hostages. Already, they've released 7 of those videos, with one actually released this week. But this one was different from the last. ISIS held a Jordanian pilot who was part of the anti-Islamic military coalition led by the United States. In the video, the pilot is held in a cage and burned alive. It's the most brutal one so far and has enraged Jordan. You just saw the reaction in Jordan after the release of the video. In retaliation, Jordan hung 2 hostages, with one of them being the would-be suicide bomber who ISIS demanded to be released earlier this month. Jordan said they would swap the prisoner for their pilot, but they needed proof that he was still alive. ISIS never provided that proof, so the swap never happened. Jordanian officials also believe that the pilot was actually killed around January 3rd. The citizens of Jordan are demanding that more be done to stop ISIS. Today, the nation hit back with more airstrikes targeting the terrorist group, following through on their vow of earth-shaking retaliation. No one knows the true effect that the new ISIS video will have on the world, or whether this new video will help the group get more members. Some believe that the video was too brutal and will affect the growth of the group. When Senator John McCain was asked about ISIS, he said this.
I have no doubt ISIS is winning. We are neither degrading nor destroying ISIS, and we have no strategy for doing so.
That's all I have for you today. Join me back next week for your World News Update. Back to you guys at the desk.